Hey guys, James here, and I'm kind of forcing myself to do this right now, and I know that the thumbnail is kind of backwards, but I didn't like the thumbnail I made for the right way, so I'm doing it my own stupid way, but Death Battle is back! Officially! Fully! God, this year sucks, but I'm happy that Death Battle is back. This is all a mess already, but I've talked about it a couple times with some predictions, but Death Battle is officially back after nearly a year. It's been 9 months since Galactus vs. Unicron. A child has been crafted in the time span of Death Battle being gone due to the whole Rooster Teeth situation. But they are back, and they are returning with one of the multiple matchups that they did officially confirm. Omni-Man versus Bardock. I know the thumbnail has Bardock versus Omni-Man, but like I said, I like that thumbnail I made way more than the one that is supposed to be in the right order, and I couldn't find any Bardock renders that I liked that also matched. That I wouldn't have needed to flip, because flipping them don't work, because it's not asymmetrical. Anyways, yeah. This was announced at the most recent cast of me recording this. It was the Master Chief versus Captain Titus, or whatever the fuck, the Warhammer guy. This was announced then. This was already one of the matchups that we knew going in. This is one of the ones that was shown during the Kickstarter video. And it was one that we already had, like, some of the animation of. And it's one of the two that we do know is happening specifically this year out of the 4 episodes. With the other one being Bowser vs. Eggman. All of those other confirmed matchups will be 2024 at the earliest. Or 2025 at the earliest. This is 24. They're not being Death Battle this year until October. It did not feel like it. But I was kind of disappointed that this was the matchup we're returning with. Not because, like, a bad matchup. I do like it. It's definitely, like, one of the ones I liked more. It's in my top 100 or so. Probably about, like, in that 80 or 90 range. I was kind of hoping that the first matchup would have been one of the ones that we didn't already know about. Like, have it be one we didn't know about, then Bardock Omni-Man, then Bowsegg, and then the last one of the year being another one we just didn't have any knowledge of. And then we go into 2025, where fucking who knows from there. But I do like the matchup. Kind of disappointed that's one that we already knew. Also a bit lame that they didn't really have a trailer. It's just, they just said, the first one is Bardock Omni-Man. Omni-Man Bardock. I was kind of hoping there could have been a trailer announcing it. It's on the same level of when they announced who Krona's opponent was. And it was just Venom. Very, very lame. But I'm happy the show is back. And at least the first matchup is a good one. Because if it had to be one of the ones that we already knew about, there was only a 50-50 chance it's going to be a good matchup. So I'm glad it's at least the one that is the good matchup. But normally at this point, I would be tackling the connections. I'm not going to do that this time around. You can look on the wiki, like the Death Battle wiki for the connections. I'm not, like, trying to sell you on the matchup. I do like this matchup, though. I think it's good. This definitely should have been the Omni-Man opponent from the get-go. Almost everyone was disappointed by fucking Omni-Man versus Homelander's announcement, and for good reason. The matchup kind of sucks, even by, like, just a connection standpoint. And the episode, while it was mostly positive, still had a kind of a mixed reception with how they tackled the whole theme of it and how they left out a lot of Omni-Man's story to kind of make those themings work between Nolan and Homelander. So hopefully that will get rectified with Bardock. They'll actually cover more story, and with the sneak peek that we've had for Nolan's preview, it does seem like they're covering more story beats. Though they did speedrun a lot more of his story stuff that, like, took the whole rundown to cover in his first episode. So I'm excited for that. I'm happy that we're going to get more story coverage. I hope they're not going to be scared to, like, spoil Invincible stuff. I don't know how far the cartoon is right now. I haven't checked out season 2 at all yet. So Yeah. It's also weird seeing that Omni-Man is returning this soon. Because Omni-Man vs. Homelander was in 2022, so that was like only 2 years ago. And this was planned to this seemed to be what was planned to be the premiere from the get-go. So that would have been like only a 2-year gap, which not new. Captain Marvel returned in like the span of 2 years, being introduced in like her first episode being in season 4, and it got another in season 6. And then there's Batman with season 1 and 2, and there wasn't two. I don't think there was that big of a gap between, like, time frame gap between the 2 Batman episodes with Spider-Man and Captain America. I'm ignoring Leonardo was the first season because that was season 1 weirdness. Yeah, this is like a very fast return, and like they're aiming for like a June-July release date before the Rooster Teeth closure, so they had Nolan plan to return really fucking fast when I did not think he would return that quickly. I saw it been like 1, maybe 2 more years before he would return, since usually it's like a 3-year gap between returners. So, yeah. Hopefully the next Invincible character will be like Mark. Someone not Nolan. So I don't really see him coming back to fight anyone else, because they really did the only 2 matchups he has. The other one is Rose, which sure is a Reddit matchup. Anyways, yeah, I'm not covering the connections. You can go on the wiki if you want to look for it. But I do think this is a good matchup by a connection standpoint. And regarding the animation, we do already have some snippets of it. It's going to be animated by Devil Artemis, and both the models so far look pretty good. Nolan, I don't think we have as clear of shots as we do for Bardock, so I'm kind of leaning on Bardock's model being better. Nolan, we do have a couple shots that we get a bit better, like angles of him, but yeah, it's an alright model. It works. And from what I'm assuming the setup will be, from like what we saw in that, it seems like Bardock is like landing on some planet. I'm assuming either Viltrum or Earth, because Nolan is already there. I want to lean Viltrum because that planet doesn't look like Earth, but someone has told me that that planet looks like a Dragon Ball planet. I don't remember the name of that planet. It was something weird. But, I don't know. Maybe it's either just Bardock is landing on there and then Omni-Man is coming there to whip ass, or Bardock was sent there to stop Omni-Man and then Omni-Man is coming there to whip ass. Whatever, it probably work either way. It sounds about right for the 2. So that seems to be the setup. And from the fight, I'm mostly just expecting basically just Nolan being a flying brick, because he is. Like, he does have the thunderclap, but that's about all he has in terms of like versatility, which is not a bad thing. What I mostly like want to see from the fight is like Bardock using like all these different key attacks, and Nolan needing to react and bounce off them and like work around these different key attacks from a distance and close that gap. You're gonna maybe have a bit of the shockwave, and Bardock needing to react to that. I don't know, that could be cool. I'm kind of out of practice of doing these prediction videos. It's been almost a whole year. It's been 3/4 of a year since I've done a prediction video predicting like what could happen in the fight. But something I am also hoping for is just like good amount of like destruction. Maybe have them fucking slamming each other through buildings. It'd be cool to see, like, we already know we're getting the Great Ape form for Bardock. It would be cool maybe if Bardock, as the Great Ape, grabs Nolan's cape and fucking swings him around. Maybe do a Hulk reference with the puny god. Or just fucking chucks him through a bunch of buildings. From what I could tell, Super Saiyan is stronger than Great Ape, so I'm assuming they're gonna go Great Ape and then Super Saiyan later. But I could see maybe Great Ape might be a bit more of a hype thing, so they might do Super Saiyan and then Great Ape. I don't know. Don't know what order they might go, because we don't really get a clear view on like what form Bardock is in before going Great Ape. But I mostly just want them to fuck shit up. Like, destroy buildings, like, throw each other around in them, and like have Nolan like need to bounce off the key attacks and work around them. And for the death, if Nolan wins, I'm gonna steal my idea I mentioned in Omnilander for the kill, where fucking Nolan grabs Bardock and just rams him right through whatever planet it is they're fighting and fucking kills him through that. I feel like that could be pretty cool. And then if Bardock wins, I know there's like one key attack, I don't remember the name of it, where he like fires a beam, and I have it written down. Hold up. I forgot I need to like have these all pre-planned. Okay, fuck, it's not loading. But it was like a key, bang, I don't know, spirit, something. I don't know name, but a key attack that kind of like goes right through Nolan's heart. Maybe also calling back to how he killed Homelander via ripping out his heart, only this time it's blowing right through and burning it up. Or have him throw Nolan to the sun. Or you could, you know, I actually just thought of this. You could do the planet thing, the planet idea for if Nolan wins, but Bardock doing that of Nolan through the sun, so his smart atoms just burn up instantly. That could be kind of cool. I feel like that could be a pretty cool death. It's a disintegration death. Still could be kind of cool, though. And for the verdicts, it's pretty debatable. It's probably going to more so lean on, like, what are they going to buy for invincible stats? Because they're kind of, like, from what I could tell, pretty all over the place. Normally, I would say, they're like, okay, let's look back at the last Nolan episode, but they obviously would lowballed him to fight Homelander because no shit. But in that, they did put him 2 times moon, so lowest end would still be in the moon range, highest end would be like small planet. Then they also put him at light speed, while in the preview already, they're putting him at like million C, million times faster than light. There might have been billions, I don't remember. But, so they're already putting him way fucking faster than that. While with Bardock, I feel like we could probably go look back at Megatron versus Frieza, or Frieza versus Megatron, and see where they put, like, Frieza with the key gun, like the key blast that, from Goku that he dodged, and the planet-destroying stuff. I'm assuming you can at least. Bardock, from what I can tell, is kind of tricky on, like, what do you include and not include, but to my knowledge, I think they're including everything prior to Super, and none of like the video games, at least like not like the Xeno games. So anything pre-Super, so like GT, Dragon Ball Z, I think that type of stuff, the Toei stuff, that seems to be included. So I don't know if these are part of that for Frieza, but when they did Frieza Megatron was Frieza, they mentioned blowing up the planet Vegeta, which I think got planet range. I don't remember. And then they also mentioned the key attacks, which how fast the key traveled, which was like quadrillion C or something. It was faster than billion or trillion. I know that much. So if they scale Bardock to that, from all the speed feats I've seen for Invincible, Bardock will be faster. That's assuming they do scale him to that. I don't know if they will, because from what I've mostly heard, no matter what, a Nolan should most definitely be faster, even if you don't argue the higher ends. Because without that, I think where Dragon Ball gets in speed prior to Super is like, it's not like super high, maybe a couple hundred C, or a couple hundred times faster than light. I don't know. I looked at like a blog of this one recently, and I forgot most of it. But I think where it's mostly going to be more debatable on is their strength, where they're going to put them. Because Invincible stats, for me, I personally have them at Small Planet to debate like Small Star or Dwarf Star, which also was changed to Brown Dwarf, and I'm not calling it that, I'm just calling it Dwarf Star. But that's kind of like where I have them, between Small Planet and Small Star. Probably Planet is the safest you can do, but Small Star I'm fine with. And there is debatable Star and Solar System with some character that was stated to like destroy his solar system or his universe or something. Fucking, I don't remember his name, Overkiller or something like that. It was a weird name, it's kind of dumb. Where Dragon Ball, looking through like a blog, which I will leave in the description, because it's very well detailed. I don't agree with a good amount of the points because there's a lot of calc stacking in that. And also, there's like a bunch of like fucking power levels things, which I don't know enough about to comment on, but from where they're putting Dragon Ball characters without power levels calcing was about planet to large. No, it was star. It was star, a large star, where Vegeta fucking blew up a planet with its moon, or like just like fucking clicked it out of existence. Control, delete it of existence. And that got, I think it was large star or star. So it would be higher than where at least I'm having Omni-Man. There was also a, like, with the power levels, was put at solar system. So from how I'm viewing it, I'm not giving a good explanation on this. Like I said, I'm rusty. I got to get back into the flow of this. So from where I'm sitting, it seems like in terms of strength, Omni-Man is about small star with debatable star to solar system, while Bardock scales to star with a debatable solar system thing via the power levels. So I'm kind of leaning Bardock here in terms of who I'm betting on. I am rooting Nolan just because I'm more familiar with him than I am with Bardock. But in terms of betting, I am going to lean more towards Bardock. I know there are other arguments. I did mention, like, there is debatable solar system. And there's also a bunch of other scalings going on for Invincible. I know there's a Supreme, I think that's his name, where there's a lot of debate on that. But there's kind of like an issue of his power canonically, like, changes depending on what the story he is in. So it's very difficult to scale, even though Omni-Man didn't match Supreme. So it's like kind of a hard to scale him, really. To my knowledge, at least. I've never read a Supreme comic. And there's also, I think it was a debatable Uni thing? No, it wasn't Uni. Or like multi-solar, like higher up than solar system, with also higher solar system calcs. I don't know. I'm kind of shaky on them, and there was also a bunch of calc stacking things in this thing, in that blog, which, again, I will, if I remember to, link in the description. So, there's a lot of debatability things going on. Personally, though, I feel safer betting on Bardock right now. This might change depending on, like, the G1 blog and what they mention in their rundowns. But for now, I am rooting Omni-Man, while I am betting on Bardock. And for like some other stuff, like score-wise, I'm hoping this will be another lyrical track. What was played in the trailer, not the score. That's like license-free music, which is still a good song. And a lot of people in the comments were people from Death Battle fans, which is so funny to see. But this will probably be a lyrical track. All the Dragon Ball tracks, but like 2 have been lyric tracks, being Turtle and Toads and Gods of Destruction. Literally every other Dragon Ball track since that, or every Dragon Ball track since, those have been lyrical. And like Diabolical Invincible Me, that was a really good track. That was an amazing track. So they'll probably make the next one another vocal track, and I'm down for that. We got a lot of vocal tracks. Vocal tracks are usually pretty bangers. And for next time, I'm not too sure. They might just get Bowser vs. Eggman over with. I'm hoping they won't. I would like to have one that we don't already know about going next. If it's one that we don't already know about, I'm imagining it'll be like Giorno vs. Joker, Luz vs. Anne, Cat vs. Ichigo. Apparently, we do have one matchup of the 4 that is going to be a Tournament of Champions loser that was really well liked, which does make me lean Luz vs. Anne, because a lot of people do like that matchup, and it's best to do that sooner than later while these 2 franchises are in their popularity, and they're already kind of starting to dwindle out of the relevant popularity. You don't want another Star vs. Steven case where it ends up becoming one of the least viewed episodes of the show. I don't even think Star Steven broke 2 million. Or if it did, it barely broke 2 million. I want to say it's sitting at like a bit above 2. I don't know. So, best to do that sooner than later. Another one that it could potentially be, and what I would love for it to be, is Sans vs. the Judge. It's my third most wanted. I want that matchup. It got screwed over in the tournament. Let it, please, God, I would love for it to happen. But yeah, I am happy to be back. I'm sorry this is like a bit more of a mess prediction. I need to get back into doing all this, and like I said, I'm not in the flow. I gotta get back to this. But I am very happy the show is back. I cannot wait for this episode on October 6th. And I also can't wait to see what won the rematch poll. A vote, Sheep versus Slayer. That's what I vote for. That matchup is long overdue for a run back, for a rematch, so I am hoping that wins. But yeah, I hope you all did enjoy this. I am happy to be doing these prediction videos again, and I'm also going to start doing reaction videos to the latest Death Battles. I'll do it for the first 4 episodes of the return, so basically the 4 episodes of 2024. And then if people like that, I will continue doing reactions to the recent Death Battle episodes for the oncoming future. But yeah, I hope you all did enjoy, and face